This tick is smaller than a poppy seed, and it is already in your yard. One bite can give you Lyme disease. From certain ticks, one bite can even leave you allergic to red meat for the rest of your life. But a bag of powder that costs about $3 can wipe them out. No exterminator, no contract, and nothing your dog can't walk across an hour later. Here is exactly how to do it. The powder is called food-grade diatomaceous earth. It is not a poison, and that is the whole point. It is made of fossilized algae ground into a fine dust, and under a microscope, every particle is razor sharp. To a tick, crawling through it is like crawling through broken glass. It scratches away the waxy coating that keeps the tick from drying out, and the tick dies from the inside, dehydrated. Because it kills them physically instead of chemically, ticks can never build up resistance to it, the way they do to sprays. That is why a $3 bag can outperform a product that costs 10 times more. But before you run out and buy a bag, there is a right way to use this stuff and a completely useless way, and almost everyone gets it wrong. Get this part wrong, and you will swear it does nothing. Here is the #1 mistake. People take their tick spray or their powder, and they treat the wide open middle of the lawn, the part you can see, the part you walk on. And they wonder why the ticks keep coming. The truth is, there are almost no ticks in the middle of your lawn. Ticks hate the open sun. Out in the short mowed grass, they dry out and die in a matter of hours. So when you treat the lawn, you are attacking the one place ticks were never going to be. You are spending money and effort on empty ground, while the actual tick population sits untouched just a few feet away. So where are they really? Ticks live in what scientists call the edge, the place where your neat lawn meets everything wild. The tall grass along the fence, the shady strip under the trees, the leaf litter piled up at the tree line, around the woodpile, under the deck, along the stone wall. Study after study has found that the large majority of the ticks in a typical yard are hiding in these edges and border zones, not out in the open. This is your tick zone. And once you can see it, everything changes. Because now you are not treating a whole yard. You are treating a thin ribbon around the outside of it. Less powder, less work, and you are finally hitting the ticks where they actually live. So walk your yard right now, in your head. The fence line, the tree line, the shady corner the sun never reaches. That is your battlefield, and here is how you take it. First, buy the right bag. You want food-grade diatomaceous earth. Say it with me, food grade. Do not buy the pool filter kind. Pool-grade diatomaceous earth is treated with heat and is genuinely dangerous to breathe. Food grade is the one you want, and a bag costs just a few dollars and lasts you the whole season. When you apply it, wear a dust mask because any fine dust is irritating to your lungs. Then dust it lightly along every part of the tick zone you just mapped. The fence line, the tree line, around the wood pile, under the deck. A thin coating is all you need. One catch, and this is the part people miss. It only works when it is dry. Rain washes it away, and wet powder does nothing. So you reapply after every heavy rain, and you keep it in the dry, shaded edges where it lasts longest. Do that, and the powder does its quiet, relentless work, killing ticks in the exact strip where they are concentrated, week after week, with no resistance and no poison. Quick thing before we keep going. If this is already more useful than the last 3 tick videos you sat through, do me one favor and tap subscribe. This whole channel is cheap, no-nonsense pest fixes exactly like this one. That is it. Back to your yard. Now, the powder is your cheapest weapon. But here is the honest truth. If you only dust powder and change nothing else, the ticks come back. Because a tick zone is a habitat, and as long as the habitat is there, new ticks move in. So the next step costs you nothing but a Saturday afternoon, and it may be the most powerful thing you do. Mow the tall grass along your edges short. Rake up and remove the leaf litter piled at the tree line. That damp, shady layer is a tick nursery. Move the wood pile off the ground and into the sun, and create a barrier. A strip of dry wood chips or gravel about 3 feet wide, laid down where your lawn meets the woods or the tall grass. That dry strip is like a moat. Ticks will not cross it, because crossing it means drying out and dying. You are literally starving the habitat and building a wall in one move for free. But even after all that, there is one way ticks keep sneaking back in. And it is probably sleeping on your couch right now. Your pets. This is the piece that makes people give up and say tick control does not work. You can dust the yard, mow the edges, and build your barrier. And then your dog trots out to the tree line. A tick climbs on for the ride, and it walks straight back into the house and drops off in the living room. Your pet is a delivery service, restocking your home with the exact ticks you just worked to kill. So you have to close that door. Talk to your vet about a tick preventive. There are chews and treatments made for this, and they turn your pet from a tick taxi into a dead end. And every time your dog comes in from outside, run your hands through the fur and check. Behind the ears, around the collar, between the toes. 2 minutes. It breaks the cycle that ruins everyone else's efforts. And real quick. If that is the part that finally explained why your ticks keep coming back no matter what you do, hit the like button. It is the single easiest way to push this video to the next person losing the same fight. Thank you. And protect the most important animal in the yard, you. When you are doing this work in the tick zone, tuck your pants into your socks. It looks ridiculous. Do it anyway. It turns your leg into a wall a tick cannot climb under. You can also treat your yard clothes and shoes with a product called permethrin, which is made to bond to fabric. Spray the clothing, never your skin, and let it dry before you wear it. And when you come inside, do a quick tick check on yourself. Most tick-borne disease takes many hours of attachment to transmit, so finding and removing a tick the same day is your single best protection. Now here is the trick almost nobody in your neighborhood knows. Most of the young ticks in your yard do not get their first meal from a deer. They get it from mice. Mice are the hidden engine of the whole tick population. So the people who really want to break the cycle use something called tick tubes. The idea is simple and a little bit genius. Cotton treated with permethrin tucked into a cardboard tube placed along your tick zone. Mice find the cotton, carry it back to line their nests, and that treated cotton wipes out the young ticks feeding on the mice deep in the nest before they ever grow up to bite you. You are reaching into the tick's own supply chain and cutting it off at the source. You can buy tick tubes ready-made, and they are one of the highest impact things you can add. So here is the whole system, cheapest first. The $3 powder along your tick zone, reapplied when it is dry. A free Saturday spent mowing the edges, clearing the leaf litter, and building your dry barrier. Your pets covered by your vet so they stop restocking the yard. Your own body protected when you go out, and tick tubes to poison the population at its source. That is not one magic product. It is a system, and it is the reason it actually works when the sprays alone never did. Remember what is at stake. These things carry Lyme, and from certain ticks, that lifelong meat allergy. And they are in your yard right now, in peak season, so do not wait. Walk your yard this week and start with the powder. Now, 2 quick things before you go. First, tell me in the comments, what is the worst pest you are fighting right now? I actually read them, and your answer decides what I cover next. And second, subscribe. The next pest we are hunting is one you really do not want getting inside your home, and you do not want to miss it. Hit that button, and I will see you in the next one.